We just here waiting for this goddamn train to show up. Killing the last few hours before I can head back.
No. I thought they were, yeah, but no, alright? I am alright. I thought the people out there.
That's alright. I'll meet you again.
Oh yeah.
Stay safe and sound.
I tried to no, so long as Kieran looks after himself, he's gonna be alright. Hi man. I let's finish with my day more or less. I'm kind of waiting for the train to show up, but besides that, I've really got not much else. So at least until Carrick. Once I get to Carrick, I'm going to be going to watch the movie Creed 2. I did see, but we cannot get ahead of ourselves. It's a slow burn. It is a slow burn. It is a bold scalp. Yeah, so this is gonna be kind of a quick update of today. If it sounds a bit loud, well, I am in a bar. It is after 3. It is Ireland. So if you can't hear me, I will move locations. But yeah, today's been kind of busy. I'm still absolutely exhausted. In fact, to say I'm exhausted is a woeful understatement. Well, thanks, man. You're going to be my sounding board there, Stink. You're going to be my sounding board. I got my hotel sorted for next month, which is pretty damn cool. So Scotland is now more or less sorted. Then, besides that, I also went on a magical journey where I kind of just have to deal with a lot of bullshit from a lot of like weird people. Every time someone was nice to me, like say for example I'm walking down the street and an old couple moves out of the way, another old couple immediately slides up. Actually, I'm gonna move. There's a bunch of people here now. But the jeez, what was it? The big thing came when I was, god damn it, I think out of time. But one of the big things that happened was when I went to the Swagmans. By the way, I really recommend the Swagmans. I'm not in there now, but I would really recommend the Swagmans earlier. Huge amount of craft beer, tons of food, and they often do live music. And in the summertime, the whole back area is just completely open, and you just bring your drink out there and just bake in the sun. I've tried to do a few shitty live streams from there in the past, but they don't really go anywhere. But I met a guy by the name of Derek. He was a very interesting man. I did get my sushi. God, yeah, thank you for reminding me. Yes, I also did get my sushi, and it was very good. But as pictures I will post up on Facebook later, yeah, it wasn't very creative, but it doesn't need to be because it actually is non-sushi standards. It was cheap. But I ended up meeting a guy by the name of Derek, and we talked for about 3 hours. No, about 2.5 hours. Very, very good guy. Buffering. Well, I'm using the Wi-Fi here in the pub, so I'm kind of fucked besides. But he was an interesting guy. But as he got more and more drunk, he kind of fell into that sort of telling you a little bit too much information. I'm not going to tell you here, but now I know way more about him than he knows about me. But he was obsessed with how depressed I looked, and I'm like, dude, I've had an hour and a half sleep. You know, in all fairness, I don't think you're going to look much better. And then he went on to explain how him and his girlfriend had a miscarried baby or some shit like that. Like, and the fact I'm just throwing that away shows you the shit that he's not. I'm not telling you about him. He was a good guy, but oh my god, he was deep in his. As Robert Jordan would say, he is deep in his cups. He actually wanted to follow me here, and I'm like, sorry, man, but I'm going to be live streaming, and you don't like to be shown in like social media. So, well, thank you there, Metal Monkey. I think, I think I can see the effects of me on both of them, but yeah, I don't look too bad. Of course, it's only halfway during the night. I still have to go on with my plan, which I will tell everyone now. When I get back to Carrick, which is going to be at 6, I am going to go and grab a Chinese. And I don't just mean like a Chinese eat it somewhere else. I mean, I'm going to sit down and have a proper Chinese. After that, I am going to go and see the movie Creed 2. So I'm looking forward to that shit. Well, I suppose I can compared to him. I don't really want to seem like I'm some sort of drunken master because I've seen enough movies today. Speaking of, I bought a bunch of DVDs. But yeah, he was a bit sloshed. I'm gonna grab an actual Chinese. Yep. His name is Wing Tai. I don't think he speaks a word of English, and he's very scared. He wants to go home, but he knows if he goes and makes me a 12 with extra prawn crackers, he might get home quicker. It's for free too. Don't feed those motherfuckers. Take care of themselves. We take care of our own, as in you take care of yours, as in one takes care of you at some point. I'm sure. Whatever. But anyway, after that I'll watch them. I'll go see the movie, and probably won't be in any good state to review it tonight. I mean, if one of you wants to pop in and see me slurring, the movie was kind of like, you know, Rocky was there and he was punching people, and the new Apollo guy was punching people as well. Like, I think you want to wait until tomorrow at the very least. But I'll make notes tonight. Also, I normally try to go to places and like have a bit of a quiet conversation, but this is not even 6 yet, and well, the bar is filling up pretty fucking fast. And yeah, Bacardi and Coke is meh. Yeah, it is. It's a default drink. It is one of the default drinks. It's not a proper cocktail. It wasn't going to explode your senses. But you're the one who's not even quite sure what he drinks in the first place. I drink to go on adventures and feel better about myself. You must find your own way. Saying that though, would it be something you pick up in the future or what? Well, Bacardi and Morgan. So, what? Why did you spend more money than you needed to? I mean, you already know what they both taste like. I mean, both are technically rum. Just one has spice in it, the other one has coconut in it. Mm. Is it's a very easily drinkable drink, for sure. Not cheap. Not. Look at Stink drinking this pure grain. So what are you consuming there, Stink? Enlighten us. What's the brand? What's the percentage? What's its age? Is it a 12-year-old Scotch? I like Bacardi, I don't know. I like Morgan's. I got both. Yeah, but one thing I've noticed about this is that you kind of were always focused on saving as much money as possible. This is you. Is this you like spending, splurging? Because if this is you splurging, it kind of seems a bit weird. You're buying drinks that you know are redundant. Still, even then, combine them both. I always thought if you were to start drinking, you'd get like the cheapest shit possible. Speaking of, another thing that happened, I tried to sell off two 360 controllers, and they just kind of, they just kind of weren't acceptable. One needed a wire, and that wire broke a long time ago, and the other needed a sip of beer. The other needed its cartridge thing on the back for the batteries. So I just said, hey, I can't sell them because I don't have the things you need. So could you throw them? I also picked up some DVDs. So yay, DVDs. I'll never get tired of buying DVDs. I got a lot of crap. Some good stuff. I got Edward Scissorhands, director commentary too. Fuck yeah. Actually, what did I get? Now's the perfect time to show them off. I also got me shopping as well. I also got my money for my hotel sorted for next time. So let me grab out the DVDs and I'll show you them off.
What time is it? 5:10. Tell me if I fall asleep. I am Irish. I fall asleep.
Right. So. Boom.
Are you long living in Ireland?
The Alamo, the most historically incorrect version of the tale. Burn after reading. Has Brad Pitt in it, and I kind of remember seeing ads for it before. It has something to do with like some sort of documents that are lost on a train, and then it's like all the slapsticks to try to get it back. Kind of reminds me of Charlie Wilson's War. Now, I got this for a reason. This one I actually got for a reason. I didn't rip off the too quick one. This one my dad actually helped. It was the last film he was a part of. King Arthur. The terrible... Oh, what's his name? Training Day... Clive Owen. Clive Owen was in this. They filmed a part of it in Ireland, and it was absolutely a disaster of a film. It was kind of jumping off the Gladiator vibe long after Gladiator vibe was finished. Anyway, my dad started making a few things. Yep, R.I.P. Roy. My dad made a few basic things for it, and then he got too sick, to show up to do any sort of menial work, and then he starts living with us permanently, and then that was the end of that. My dad died a year and a half after that. but he had made a few Greaves and shit. So this is the last film. He also shows up as an extra in one of the crowd shots. Boom. Never saw it. This is one I really have not seen, but I heard nothing but good, stupid good things. The interview. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yep, that's it. So I got about 10 quid's worth of DVDs. The only one I will, no, I'll actually review 2 of them. I will review Burn After Reading and the interview. So that'll be kind of cool. Oh, it's the interview. Did you not? Do you not know it? It's this is the movie that North Korea cyber hacked Sony in retaliation, because the plot is Seth Rogen and James Franco go and kill off the leader of North Korea in this massive stoner-based plot. And North Korea did not like that, and they hacked Sony. And then Obama went and actually told them, you have to cancel this film. And then he rescinded and said that was a stupid idea, my bad. And then they renewed it, and it got so much more hype. And when the movie came out, it was kind of it was fine. It was a Seth Rogen, James Franco film, so I've never seen it. So sorry, I'm wiggling all over the place. There you go. Here we are. Oh, here we are. Justinian Brooks blended Scotch whiskey, 43%. Nice. You having it straight or with a bit of ice? A few rocks thrown in there. You're drinking a man's drink, by the way. First thing I had to a man's drink all day has been a craft beer at one point. So far I've been drinking this piss water. Drinking large quantities of it. Ooh, you know, some people will be angry at you for doing that. If you want to get it chilled, you would chill the bottle, which is to them also a blasphemy, and you also chill the glass. That is, if you want a chilled drink, you get yourself a chilled glass. Speaking of, I actually was looking for a Scotch glass, well, a whiskey Scotch glass, because of Metal Monkey's new interest in spirits. He's been hogging the proper whiskey one we have. And sure enough, I'm in Swagman's, and I cannot recommend Swagman's enough. They're very cool. They, well, you have been, there's no other way around that. And I think it's for the good. If you're going to drink it, you might drink it exactly as you're meant to drink it. But yeah, guy in Swagman, when I told him, where can I get a whiskey glass, he just said, oh, hold on a second. And he just gave me a Jameson's glass. It's a very nice Jameson glass. And as of I'm talking right now, it's still one piece. Right, now, I do believe I should have some explanation for the title for this. So, the first thing about this was the Lush was the guy I talked about, Derek. He talked a little bit too close to the chest. Second of all, the spice was the sushi. When I say they made it spicy tuna, I mean, Jesus Christ, they literally dumped a gallon of I suppose a ton, because it's a spice, of paprika on top of it. I don't even know if it was paprika, but whatever it was just pounded on top. It was nice once you scrape it off, because the tuna is so mellow, it kind of blends it in. And the bag, this bad boy, I almost completely lost. When I got off the train, it's like, I walked and I walked and I walked and I walked and I walked all the way up to the bridge near WB8. And sure enough, suddenly I was like, something feels off. something feels off. I left my bag back on the train. The train was being cleaned by the time I rushed back there, and I mean, I bloody rushed. And he's like, let me guess, you missed a red bag? With a bit of tassel on the back. Yeah, it's the pulley thing. Yeah, it's still in there. Do you want it or not? And I'm like, yes. Good, because I thought it was a bomb. So I grabbed that, right? And as I left, I kind of walked on about maybe half the way for the first time, and I realized something was missing. What was missing? Oh, my super cheap gloves. So I left I traded my bag for my gloves. But that one, fuck it. I was in the mood. I was just like, fuck it. I'm not going to go and get my gloves. I can get them for £2. So, ladies and gentlemen, you might actually hear a Lush tonight, and I'm not talking about me. Please start singing. Come on, buddy. Give me something. Got a grand total of 2 people here, for God's sake. This is something to do to kill the time when I'm waiting for the damn train. Metal Monkey's been in this pub before. You saw over there. Yeah, tea. Ugh, I regret Carlsberg. Got something else next time. No, it's not going to be great. It looks fine here, but I have no comprehension of what it's like here, and I can't change it either. Nope. Filter, maybe. I really can't change that. YouTube Live is atrocious. I'll see it when I get back. I'm probably just going to be a collection of pixels going blah, blah, blah. I think I did actually try to post a video like that once where it was just a collection of weirdly shaped pixels. It's for another 5 more minutes.
In the morning.
Fucking morning.
You could be doing this while you're up.
I'll actually want to get up to the station early. As Metal Monkey well knows, it's just across the street. And then it's back home to Carrick. But I also want my meal, damn it. A damn meal! I want to eat my damn meal. Sushi, by the way, I really recommend the sushi in Miso's. One thing they don't show you on the Facebook page, Miso Sligo, is that as you walk towards it, all the pillars of the building are covered in like sort of graffiti, Japanese graffiti, and I think that's really cool. But yeah, it was nice. It was a nice meal. Very nice. I really gotta go back there again. Well, it says that actually here, so. Oh fuck. If I can get back sooner, I will. I'm done. You know, I've done everything. Got my trip sorted.
Good. Good man. You only got it. Take your time. There's no rush. Never rush.
Jesus. But yeah, I think actually you're right. It's like 5. It's not quite 6. So I want to get up there, say about in an hour. That still leaves me an hour to kill, which I'll spend in a very productive way. I'm not quite sure what productive way I can think of. It's not really coming to me. That will come to me, okay? Now, I am sorry for, by the way, anyone who wants to watch me game. Because the fact of the matter is, I did actually want to game last night. So I gamed until 5:30 in the morning. That's what, but I did it on my own. At the very least, I got my Streamlabs out of it, you know. Maybe a new sub, someone to talk to. I played on my own until 5:30 in the morning. If I'm gonna game from now on, if I'm gonna burn my bridges, I might as well do it with some company. But as always, it's gonna be probably Friday. Also, Evan Lefevre has given the heads up saying that it's okay to use his music. So we expect to hear his soundtracks in the next slower streams. Things like Euro Truck, what do you call that game? Age of Empires. Maybe Dawn of War, but I'd have to lower the settings down on Dawn of War's sound because that's a loud game when it wants to be. I'm hoping to end up getting I've also put feelers out to Marshall Manson. Seems my train is exactly 6. Oh well then. Like I said, I'll be up there like a half hour then, I suppose. See, it's 4:30 now, more or less. After this, we'll have 1 or 2 more, and then clunk. I should also have a sandwich at some point and do something to eat. That sushi was lovely, but I can't say it's all that filling. That's the thing about sushi, you know. You have to have entire trays of the stuff to be satisfied. And that costs you a fortune, which raised the question of why. Well, I was talking to the, oh, Jesus, hold on, back. Oh, my bad. Back that up 1 second. One more thing happened. This morning, I ordered a cab to get to the station on time, and they were like, yeah, sure, we'll send it out to you 20 minutes before the train arrives. You get there 10 minutes before the train arrives. Like, perfect, great. So, I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and I was out in the balcony, looked out, a freezing cold day, looked out over nothing, and then here comes the cab, and it pulls in but it doesn't pull into our car park, it pulls into the car park to the right of us. So I'm wondering, hold on, what's this? But then I'm like, oh, well, it's clearly someone else has ordered a cab, so I'm just going to leave that be away from my cab. And I waited, and I waited. And eventually, no one came out of the building. And I was like, what's going on? Eventually, I went downstairs and rushed over to her and I'm like, hiya. And it was, the daughter of the owner. Fair name. But she basically just said, oh, you're here. I thought you... Alright, cool. She just basically said, oh, you're here. I thought someone on this building. I was told 12. And our number is like 18 or something. So she had been waiting there an extra like 10 or so minutes. And I think she was on the phone wondering where the hell I was or whoever the hell was. But the thing was, I rushed downstairs, and in case I was wrong, I put the door on the latch. So I had to rush back upstairs. Also, while I'm on the topic of Leitrim Village, the hotel, the Leitrim Lodge, not the Leitrim Lodge, the Marina Hotel. Derek, who I mentioned earlier, he's actually the guy who put the lifts in. Because it's a small world. He is literally the guy who installed the lifts. And I wanted to even further on whether or not he installed our lifts, because that would answer so many questions. But he was shit-faced. If he was, he couldn't remember. He was too busy talking about me, apparently, which I like, except when I really want to get information from another person. Still, it has been, so far, not too bad. A few hiccups, but I bounced back, and now got about half an hour. I've got about an hour now. No, not an hour and a half. An hour to kill. Then I have to go up there. So, we've just passed the half an hour threshold. So, I am off to do my own thing. If you like what you saw, thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. At some point, by the way, I'm actually going to put this as like an end of video teaser. Hey, if you like what you saw, subscribe, and blah blah blah. I actually think that would be easier because I always try to end it and I always forget. But I am off for now. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a... No, I will not do a reaction video of Creed 2 until tomorrow. So expect a Creed 2 review tomorrow, no matter how hungover I am, or lazy, or just tired and lazy. Yes, review. Well, what do you think I said? I think I said review. Fucking Carlsberg again. Ugh. Reaction. Good man. Good man. You are quite right. One more reason why in like 4 hours I will not be in any state to do a review of Creed 2. But I'm off to see it either way. So, as always, dislike, comment, subscribe, notification bell. I'll see you next time.